But let's lighten it up a little bit because today, as we've been saying, is National Have Fun at Work Day. I don't know how I didn't know about this over all these years. The last Friday of January, again, I want to say July of January is always National Have Fun at Work Day. He is a workplace culture expert and the funnest guy in the office. His name is Joel Zeff, and he joins us now. Hey, Joel, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Thank you. I didn't know it was National Fun at Work Day either, so it's a surprise for both of us.
And you're the expert. So, see, I'm
And
not
I'm the
so.
expert.
Come on. So, all right.
Yeah.
So, what does this mean? This doesn't mean you just have a big party, does it?
I think it's just trying to acknowledge how important fun is at work because it fuels our passion, and that passion is what leads to great leadership and success. If we're not having fun, we don't have any fuel. We're not fulfilled. We're not happy. We're not rewarded. And a happy team member is going to be successful.
And, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, which I usually am, but it
Okay.
seems to me if you're just focused on productivity and the numbers and hitting the next goal or this latest report or what HR is saying, then you're not moving forward. What I mean by that is a certain amount of levity or fun or lightness, and maybe even some team building, uh, tends to propel a company forward, I would think.
You're absolutely right, but a lot of companies kind of believe in these myths that fun will interrupt business or we don't have time for fun or we're not a fun company. And fun means a lot of different things, but fun is being appreciated and fun is doing something together and connecting as a team. It's just creating that energy and that engagement so that people are happy. And if people are happy, you're going to retain those employees. If they're not happy, they're going to go look for a job somewhere else, and then you're stuck. And then you have to use your resources to find somebody new and train that person and get that person up to speed.
Joel is the author of a book called "Make the Right Choice: Lead with Passion, Elevate Your Team, and Unleash the Fun at Work." How are we going to do that, Joel? Give us some, concrete examples.
I love it. I love it. I go. So in the book, I have lots of examples and lots of quick ideas. And a lot of these I've kind of gathered from speaking at 2,500 events throughout my career, all different industries. One of my favorite is an insurance company. They start every meeting and they call it tip of the hat. And they have a timer and they start a 5-minute timer. They do this at the beginning of every meeting. And in that 5 minutes, anybody can stand up and appreciate somebody on their team and give an example of what they did to help them, to support them, something great, just a tip of the hat, which I think was just an awesome idea. And it just kind of created this energy before the meeting. And they do this before little meetings, before big meetings, when they do a Zoom. They do all with every meeting. Another one of my favorite ideas was and it's based on surprise, just the element of surprise, doing something different to break up the day. And a friend of mine, a telecommunications company, they had this 4-foot chess piece. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was the queen or a knight. It's 4 foot, and if somebody's having a bad day, that chess piece will just appear in their office or their cube, just as a little levity. And then the story continues. That friend of mine was, this was a few years ago, and he was called up in the Army. He went to go serve in Kuwait, and the company mailed the chess piece. Remember, it's a 4-foot size chess piece. Mailed it to him at the Army base while he was being called up, and he went
Wow.
around and took photos all over the base with this 4-foot chess piece.
Oh,
And
that's
so
funny.
that created fun with his Army, with the people, his friends and peers in the Army and his group, and it created fun back in the U.S. at his company. And so those are just a couple ideas. I give
Yeah.
you a few more. You tell me how many you need, Mike.
I need one every day. 'Cause I always, being in this business, it's just a fun business to be in anyway. So what we
Yeah.
struggle with in this business, especially now as it's sort of I don't know, it's encompassing a lot more things now. But we struggle with getting away from too much fun and trying to, can we
You're very
serious it
lucky.
up, people, a little bit? Uh,
You're lucky.
yeah, I think so. And I have to pinch myself often. And I tell people I work with often that just let's just realize that what we do is different from what a lot of other people do, okay? It's the same in a lot of ways. You have sales quotas, you have meetings, you have,
Yeah.
goals and all that. But and I am sort of a gig worker because I own a company and I do voice acting. And so I'm kind of, well, there's a good question, Joel. What if you're one of these in the gig economy? You only have one, maybe you, maybe two people. My friend Hondo has like 9 people or something that work for him.
Yeah.
What do you do with that? How do you have fun at work? You're just having fun all the time.
I think you got to make time for it. I work for myself too. I'm by myself, and
Yeah.
sometimes you get caught up that you're just kind of staring at a computer screen all day when I'm not out speaking. And you got to make that effort to call somebody, go out to lunch, go. Another great idea is set aside time to give back. I have several clients, that set that time. They go work at a pet shelter or a food bank, and just taking that time to give back. Sometimes I'll, just take some time, put some stuff together, and go to the donation. Just getting out of the house and doing something for somebody else will fuel that passion and fuel that fun. And, just like you, I'm very lucky. I have a job where I get a round of applause. It's pretty awesome. Most people don't have a job where they get a round of applause when they do their job, but every person deserves that round of applause. Yesterday I was speaking to an IT group that helps law enforcement with online investigations. Now, they probably don't get a round of applause, but they deserve it. And you have to give yourself permission to give yourself that positive support each and every day. And if you're by yourself, if it's a small team, you just woo!
Yeah.
You give yourself that round of applause, and it's silly and but it creates that fun and that energy.
What if okay, you're a worker and you're the low person on the totem pole, let's say. Could
Yeah.
part of your fun be making fun of upper management? That's probably not a good thing to do.
I think that's a different book, Mike. I don't know if
Oh
that's
yeah,
my book.
probably so.
I will
Although,
tell you, sometimes you can be, sometimes you can poke the bear and have a little fun. I was working at a PR agency, and I had just been promoted, and I got new business cards, like 2,000 business cards. Well, right after I got those cards, I got a new job, and that job wasn't, yeah. And so my last day of work, I went around the office and hid 2,000 business cards in the office. And for years, people would call me and say, I found a business card in a file. I mean, I put them in coffee grounds. I put them in the freezer, in the refrigerator, in files.
that's funny.
It's just taking a little bit of time. Fun should be, authentic. It should energize. Fun it shouldn't offend. It should be inclusive. It should be about creating energy, and it means something different to everybody. But as long as you take the time and make sure that it's inclusive and not offensive, there's a lot of things you can do to create fun.
You can have a good time. Here's an idea for you as we close up. Put this into your stuff. Joel Zeff, by the way, Joel Zeff, ZEFF.com, Joel Zeff. All right, I call it Cubicle Land. What you do is you pretend like the cubicle farm there is like a zoo, and you kind of look at everybody, and then you throw them little pieces of food, and you can play like whack-a-mole with the cubicles. Whoever stands up, you club them right in the head with a pool noodle or something. What do you think?
I feel, Mike, that you change jobs often. I'm guessing you're asked to change jobs more often than maybe some other people. Mike, we love that. We loved you, but you're no longer needed here. Is that true?
Yeah, you hit it. Thank you for that, Joel Zeff. look at his book. Find him on the web, joelzeff.com. Hey, Joel, we'll stay in touch. Thanks, pal.
Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate you.